In 2012, there will be a new sandbox game being made, that being the Worldbox, a god sandbox simulator where you have the god powers and you can do whatever you want. Now besides Worldbox, there is a handful of god sandbox games. Let's check all of them out. The first game on the list is Galactory Sandbox Simulator. Now just like Worldbox, it has that pixel art feel to it. Now because sandbox mode is well locked, we are gonna do the classic mode. So in the classic mode, it's like a story mode. You need to do what the list says and do whatever. So basically it's putting us in a tutorial on how to do all of this thing, you know. So I speed it up. This and Worldbox has, you know, it's similar with the whole map and adding materials and the entities, but however the difference is that in this version, if you want to put things such as mountains and even the animals and humans, you need to buy with the in-game currency the purple potion thingy. For people with the free trial version, it's a solid game. Also, if you want to get the purple potion, you need to do the jackpot gamble thing. So my overall thoughts? Well, the game has a good quality to it. The gameplay is responsive. Also the sandbox mode is locked, but then again you need to make money somehow. So I will give it a 8 out of 10. Tutorials out of the way. First look into the Sandbox Evolution. It has a great quality, like the pixel art, it looks really decent, and it has many modes like the story, but we're gonna do the create sandbox because, you know, this is sandbox after all. So I'm gonna make the new map using, you know, materials like stone and mud. I have built myself a nice little map with the grass. Now from here it looks like you're building yourself an anthill, whereas in Worldbox it's basically a map. Here it's an anthill, so I gradually just add water and also steam. So besides the usual, you know, material block, we have other things such as the hazard, heroes and allies, but because avatar is the only free one, so we're gonna unlock this and put into our world. And look like that. It turns out that this avatar is also controllable, so you can actually move around with this guy. That's quite nice. So because of that, but there is also other characters such as, if we go back to the entity shop, we have things like Fusion, freaking Shrek and Puss in Boots, and Super Hamster. I gradually add the little fish and also trees. So I just found out that you can actually control the avatar and walk around and jump into your little world. That is quite nice to see that you can actually interact with the animals and trees in this world. Even there's a health bar. That's also great. And so because I am on an emulator, it's hard to control on this thing. But you know, because it's an emulator. So overall, it's a great game. You should play it if you want to make world. It has great pixel art and, you know, sounds, controls is responsive, so I will give it a 9 out of 10. God was supposed to be on the list, but due to the emulator not processing it, I will just do the next app, Rapture. Rapture World Conquest, judging by its name, it's not a sandbox world. Instead, it's a conquest like Hoi 4 and EO4. I'll only do one mode, that being the campaign. After I do some little settings over here, I was confused at first, but I get the gist of it. Basically, wait until army match, then drag it to its enemy. Also, there are things like Bronze Age and Industrial, the technological point. So that's a neat thing as it can enable you to go whether you can go overseas and more armies. See you until I conquer the entire world.
A few
So I have conquered most of the world with me having to beat the last nation, Greece. So we won, but we didn't exactly conquer the entire world. Also, I gotta write music for this one. The game gets boring after a while using the same map as you need to buy more maps in the shop. But if you grind much, then you will get that. The quality of the game, pretty good, and it's unique than the other Hoi 4 or EO4 with it being on a planet, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. This game is the pocket build, where the concept is you need to develop your cities and add your people and expand your city. So I play around with the brightness and saturation. Let's start a new game and name our world. I got a good idea for this. We're thrown into the new game as this is a sandbox, so we can actually just add whatever we want from the Big Ben to changing the landscape. And because of that, I have a good idea. Just hold on a sec. Here we are at the world I ate Taco Bell 3 AM. We see its natural habitant, the businessman and construction guy from the modern age, in a medieval town with the businessman cutting down trees. As we go the so much pig population, we go into the Big Ben, the landmark in this place. Then we see the infinite long hut. Next to the infinite hut, however, there is the wild businessman in their natural habitat of the ocean. Then we see the horrible land disfigured. Then there is also the mutant alien, with the pigs also coexisting with these big monsters. This is just such great city, isn't it? My thoughts about the game is it's a great game with quality as well things you can build in, as it's a sandbox. Also varying buildings and animal, so it's a 9 out of 10. We get to the end of the video. The conclusion is that this Worldbox game are not bad, with Galactory being fun though sandbox locked despite being in the name. Sandbox Evolution is a great game but most is locked by a paywall. Rapture is a simple game to pass your time, and Pocket Build with you making your dream city or otherwise nightmare. With that, see you.